Hello, beautiful people. Like, share, and subscribe. So, I'm just asking, is this the Nigeria many of you think will work? Anyway, let me go back to the background of the story of why I'm asking this question. So, Senator Akpabio and his group of senators, I will call this case a case of the goats versus the lions. Um, have they have finally won? So the lions have finally won, because for me the goats in this situation is Natasha. So they have passed in some of their nonsense rulings that Natasha will be suspended for 6 months, and her security details will be removed, and she will not be paid. And I think from what they are saying, that she can only be recalled if she tenders a public apology, you know. And I looked at the scene and it was comprising a lot. It comprised of a lot of males. I remember asking my mom recently. I said, "Mommy, are Nigerian women marginalized?" And she said yes. And I think a lot of Nigerian women will agree to that. But anyway, that's this not for me. This is not a case of um, men versus women. To me, it's a case of evil versus good. And what I notice in Nigeria is that evil always wins. And it's not even about the evil winning. It's just that you will see a lot of people supporting the evil, you know, just because maybe it's their political party, or a lot of people in the country, they don't have integrity. That's why the country is a shithole. No matter what any of you like to represent the country, we all know that that country is a messed up country, you know. So in this case of Natasha and Akpabio, I'm not even saying that Natasha is right or Akpabio is right, or Natasha is wrong or Akpabio is wrong. All I'm saying, they didn't even allow for this, for the justice to play out. They were saying that Natasha has brought shame to the useless Senate. They are all useless. For me, the Senate is useless. I remember there's a particular guy, I noticed him, that Bamidele guy, one old man, but sometimes, when you hear these people talk, you'll be like, wow. You'll be so disappointed in yourself. Like, so, like I'm saying, I'm not saying that whether Natasha, what she said is true or right, but this case, they didn't even investigate it where the police didn't come in. And by the way, Ababio that she's making a case against is the person even still presiding, saying, say hi, say nay, that are useless I and nays. Tomorrow, these same old people wants people to respect them. Tomorrow, when they die, they want you to say rest in peace. Me, I know I cannot be part of these things. Let me tell you, in most part of my life, I notice that I'm always isolated, because me, what I believe in, I stand on it. But even the Labour Party senators, you can see they can never stand for something right. It's like people don't have any belief in this life, just because of salary, because of money. They don't think that maybe in 100 years' time, if people want to remember them, they will remember them in either in good way or evil way. I was even surprised, even this LP woman in Abuja there, uh, King Gimbe, whatever her name is, she came and was whitewashing Natasha. Nobody's saying that Natasha is right or wrong. Justice, they didn't even allow justice to run. If that they said, okay, let them do a lie detector machine to find out whether they're lying or wrong, at least that one would even happen. In civilized societies, this Ababi will resign. I don't even know how he will be moving with his face on, but I know Nigeria. There's a House of Rep member. People saw him killing people. I think he's still in the House of Rep now. He's a northern senator. People were killed, and he's still there. That's the kind of country we live in. And you see people defending this thing. Election was rigged, clean and clear. They will be like, oh, election has been rigged from 1960. That is their own defense. And tomorrow, when something Nigeria happens to them, they start wanting sympathy. We have seen cases where houses are demolished, and people don't have. Okay, look at Seun Kuti. Let me go to his case, because I like digressing when I'm doing my videos. Seun Kuti was happy when they destroyed Landmark, but I think recently one of his sisters lost a lot of money in crypto, millions, and he started crying. How can it's all of them is still the same case. You see supporters defending things that are bad. Nobody is saying that Landmark needs to. Me, I don't. Let me just even talk about Landmark. I'm not saying that it even makes sense for people to beach to be private. No, you understand what I'm saying. But you, the government, is the people that gave him the land. You lease the land or whatever to him, and all of a sudden you came and demolished everything, and you want that kind of person to be happy. So Nigeria is a country where evil constantly wins. I don't even know the day where good will win. Any case you have in Nigeria against somebody in higher position, you're almost as good as you've lost. You can. I've never seen an ordinary person take a governor to court and win it. And we know the injustices that happen in Nigeria. Right now, a lot of these Batistutas, you know what I mean, these Ronu monsters, you see them celebrating this case. Reno Mokri said he had a case against this woman. That time I used to think that Reno Mokri was a senile person. And later he brought up some stories. At the end of the day, what happened? Reno Mokri claimed that the woman apologized or whatever. And the case was hushed. You know. So nobody's saying that Natasha is right or wrong, but they didn't even investigate the whole thing and they just suspended this woman. So tomorrow, those of you supporting Natasha's suspension, I hope if the road kills if bad road destroys some of your relatives or something, you will not know that it's the effect of bad governance and the effect of evil that is causing it. Because the governor was supposed to do the road, or a president was supposed to do the road, but they didn't do it, but you defended it. Tomorrow these people will get old, they will die, and they want you to, if they die on it, you see it in the dailies, they want you to say rest in peace. You understand what I'm saying? This is a country where evil constantly wins. And funny enough, it's one of the most useless religious nations. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying that whether Natasha is saying the truth or not, they didn't even allow the case to investigate it. Ababio that she's accusing was the person presiding over the case. Their useless ethic committee brought out a recommendation, and that's how they passed it into their useless Senate. I consider it useless because I've never seen one thing they did that impacts a lot of people's life in that country. I think this is the time for Natasha to now to come out and start speaking the ills of corruption going on there. She should not be afraid. There's nothing to lose. Speak about the thing, about this sexual harassment, go in details, corruption, go about the case of corruption going on there, expose everything. You understand? You have nothing to lose at the end of the day. So I don't know, the country is just a shameless. What recently I found out that it's not even the supporters I get angry with. Sorry, the leaders, it's the supporters. Ababio will come out now in wherever he's from, whether Akwa Ibom. You see, lots of people now come out to defend him, clap for him, celebrate him. Like I said, these people were family friends before. Natasha claimed Ababio made advances. The case was not thoroughly investigated. Next thing, the useless Senate they have hushed it now. But if I'm Natasha, I will go from international radios, international TVs. I will keep on the case and I will be exposing the corruption. Now, I'll not be only talking about the sexual case, I'll be talking about corruption. At the end of the day, everybody will die. If you speak the truth, you die. You understand? If you don't say the truth, you also die. So it's better for you to say the truth. So they don't do the case abracadabra. Now the country where some of them the things see the work. Sometimes that's why I start believing that Suores revolution is the only way. Because if revolution happens, all these people go run come on Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? They will run and leave the country. A woman accused somebody of sexually harassing her. I'm not saying that some women also lie on these cases, but we are saying this case was not properly investigated. Now you suspend her. Now the person who is the villain in the case is still dead there. God, why you carry me? Why you bomb me for this country? Imagine if today soldiers enter NEPA. This their private NEPA now, because they cut off their life, started harassing the staff. It's just an animal republic. That's how I see it. It's an animal republic. One day, monkey will go market. All these things will end, but the supporters, we are not in unison. Go online now, you see people defending Ababio. Both the ones they paid, both the ones they didn't pay. And you see them, it's not even a small number, you see a lot. Shameless country. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.